Hello everybody, Final Miner back for another episode in our Let's Play. And as you can see, first Ender Pearl of the episode. So last episode we were out doing some exploring. And we found a couple of new continents. By the way, I reorganized chests a bit here. Found a couple of new continents. You might remember we had gone way over here and we had found this stuff. And so, alright, so we've got, who knows how big this is. Could be really big. Found some awesome looking mountains. No thank you. Anyway, how rude. And we found a couple of villages here. Shadysville, the village that's only shady merchants making shady deals with each other 24/7. And so then I kind of came back and, oh, okay, there's another continent down here. Wow. And then, oh, there's a gigantic continent off to the west side of our home snow biome continent. I mean, it's so big that if you go northwest, like straight northwest, you'll get to it. And west and southwest and south. So it's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. I think just about everything we're going to need we can probably find somewhere over on this continent. And on top of that, it has several villages. Several villages on it. Let's see if I can find one that I'm thinking about. There was a specific one I was pretty happy to find. I think it's down here. Come on, you. I think it's this one down here. I did go in and look at the villages and grab everything I thought was useful. Not only is this one kind of big, I want to say this one had 4 immersive engineering engineers in it. That seems right. Seems right. And yeah, there's another one over here, and I think there's at least one more somewhere. I want to say there's at least one more somewhere. Hello? Yeah, here's one. I haven't actually explored that one, obviously. Oh yeah, there's another one here. Wow. I didn't explore that one either. I had actually started exploring, I think, down here, and I started going this way. So probably by the time I got up there to those villages, I was like, okay, let's just finish this. I wanted to go all the way around the outside of the continent. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think this one might be the one with a lot of engineers. Anyway, I wanted to make an outline of the continent so I could get an idea of how big it was and all that. It's really big. It's really big. So, anyway, not gonna have to do any more exploring for a while, that's for sure. So I have a couple of thoughts about what to do in this episode. One of them is that I would like to make a certain machine which I think will be helpful to us whenever we are building further buildings. So far the builder's wand hasn't been that helpful, not because it's no good, but just because of the way that I usually build buildings. And so having a machine that can help us do it, that'll be a big benefit. The other major thing is I'd kind of like to set up a way for us to unload our mining ship. The mining ship is up here up top again, and we've got this crate up here with all kinds of goodies in it. All kinds of good goodies that we mined up. And we could just break this and take it somewhere. Or we could, I kind of like the idea of we park the ship somewhere and have it automatically unload. I think that would be cool. But I don't think we're going to work on that quite yet, because we're going to end up filtering a lot of the stuff in here. For example, we want to run iron ore in our grinder down there, but we don't want to run lapis lazuli or redstone dust, right? We don't want to run those. We don't want to run the resonating redstone crystals. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to filter that. We have a lot of options, just I haven't really thought about how I want to filter it yet. And then there is another small project, and that is lights. Putting up lights. So I think the first thing that we'll do is, you know what, let's go ahead and make the builder block. There we go. From RFTools. I had actually mentioned this a few episodes ago, and by a few I mean I have no idea how many episodes. Maybe several, maybe many. I mentioned it episodes ago. There, how about that? Episodes. Anyway, this can be told to construct a building in a certain area, which is pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Since we're here, we're already putting machines together. Let's go ahead and create a machine that will do smelting for us, because we've still got these dumb things. So let's go ahead and first let's make a alloy smelter from Ender.io. This is my favorite smelting machine, single block smelting machine, just because it does 3 at once. So it's pretty good at processing ores, and it's pretty good at doing alloys and stuff as well. So I think we'll start with that. Do we have any bars? We do. I think we're going to need some bars. Yeah, and we're going to need a bunch of that, and we'll need 3 furnaces. I'm not quite stupid enough to craft 3 brand new furnaces, even though all they cost is a little bit of cobblestone. Let's see. Gonna need some redstone. I know we're gonna need some copper. I think that about does it. Do we need glass? No. Okay. But we do need quite a bit of iron. So, capacitor. Check. Machine chassis. Check. Cauldron. Check. And alloy smelter. Check-a-rooney. Oh, I did do some experimentation with something on a creative map, and let's just say, yeah, we're gonna rig up something interesting. Maybe this episode. We may just go ahead and do it this episode. See if we have any extra lasers, or if I'm gonna have to go making a whole bunch all over again. Lasers. Lasers. I don't see any. I may have stuck them in the tool chest. Yes, I did. Okay. And our laser wrench. I think the most amazing thing in this mod pack is a wrench that can bend light. That's some incredible quantum physics type stuff going on there. KU, link to here. Yeah, excellent. And I like to leave it in furnace only, just because sometimes I'll stick a hopper on it and start pumping a whole bunch of different metals in it, and excuse me, who knows what's going to end up in there. If you have it on doing all, like everything, anytime, whenever, there's no telling. There's no telling what you're going to get out of it. Okay, so for the builder block, And I just realized when I had that lapis. Yeah. What a genius I am. Was it 2? No. Yeah, it was 2. And we have a little bit of iron. Let's see what we can get here. We're going to need 16 clay bricks. Yeah. Is it all in here? Yes, it is. Give me one more. Okay, smelter. Here's your first job. That's going to take a bit. We also need an ender pearl. The good news is we have ender pearls. That ender lily, that ender lily has been doing great work for us. We're up to 5. Oh, good boy. Good boy. I know you're out there somewhere. Oh, there. Here, I'll help you out. I'm trying to sleep here. You know what? You're so good. I may adopt you someday. Actually, no, I won't. Every dog I adopt ends up dying. Oh, come on. Alright, guys. I'm going to cut here, deal with monsters, sleep a little bit. Hopefully the bricks will be done. And then we'll finish making our stuff. Okay. Back to crafting. Let's see here. Should have exactly 4 of you. Not enough redstone. I'll give you a hint. The thing I was working on in that creative world was a way to get us a nice steady source of redstone. And now that reminds me, how's our power system doing? We have had our garden doing a... Oh good, you've already grown some more. We have had our garden already doing some really good work keeping up with one generator, but we added another generator. This has nothing in it. This has nothing in it. And because it's not backstuffed anymore, a problem that I've found is, yeah, seeds getting in here. Canola seeds instead of just canola. So, what we may end up doing, come on, you can do it. I guess you can't do it. Oh, you can't. Oh. What we may end up doing is going ahead and putting filters on those this episode too, so I don't have to babysit it. Because I can clear this out and that'll keep it running for a while, but once it fills up it's going to start exporting seeds again. Yeah. Alrighty, we have our builder block. So, let's play with this thing a bit. Right here. Creeper? Any creepers? Are you going to blow up my new toy? Okay. I just became a child's cartoon. Bob the Builder, yay. Space card copy. Let's see here. It's been a while since I've played with this fellow. So I know we're going to need a card to be able to select a space for it. So let's see if we can find a card. These are RFTools Space Chamber card. I'm going to take a look at this for a little while, because otherwise I'm just going to be staring at tooltips. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at this and get it figured out, and then we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what we want is the shape card. It says that it can be used in the builder to actually build the shape. That's what we want to do. We want to actually build the shape in the builder. Yeah, so sounds like what we want. So we're going to need 2 more clay. 1, 2. And we're going to need some paper. Let's see. I don't think we have a sugarcane farm up yet. That might be something we set up later as well. Oh, clay. Oh, I had 4? Why did I have 4 clay? Strange. I probably clicked it right in front of everybody and didn't realize it. Okay, do we need redstone? We need a little redstone. Of course. Everything needs redstone. Every time I craft something, it takes tons and tons of redstone. Okay, shape card. So I'm guessing, yeah, there we go. Solid sphere, solid torus, solid top dome. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for a top dome. Dim 555. I'm assuming that that is the dimensions of the shape. It'd be like 5 deep, 5 wide, and then 5 tall. So my idea was that we would put a dome over this building, or over the empowerer, and hopefully you can only do this on a builder. Dimensions. Okay, so maybe I have to click the builder first. Let's give that a shot. That's not what I wanted. Shift right click. Now select the first corner. There. Select the second corner. There. And hopefully that's going to include those corners. Like hopefully the outside edge of the dome will be on top of those corners. With a sphere or whatever, it can be kind of hard to tell. There we go. And that's not previewing. Come on, preview. Oh, it's not even, okay. Maybe because it's not there? Let's see. Yeah, that makes no sense. Anyway, oh, I probably made it flat, didn't I? I probably made it a flat dome. Anyway, let's move this thing. I have a good idea that it probably needs to be right here. And northwest corner. Let's see, this is the east. So this will be the northeast corner. Is that right? Yeah, that seems like it, right? Southwest, northeast. Wrong. Wow. Great job. So let's take our shape card. Take our shape card. There we go. First corner will be here. And then the second corner will actually be something like, see if we can get up there. Yeah. It'll actually be something like right here. Yeah. Put our torch back. Okay. And then install it. And northwest corner, right? Oh, come on. How come you're flat? See if we can just directly edit the shape card here. Alright. Wait a second. Shenanigans. Top dome. You know what? I'll be back in a second once I get my crap together. Okay, so this looks a little bit better. This is kind of what I was afraid of, though. A lot of the time when you tell something to give you the dimensions for a dome and you pick a corner, what you actually get when you pick the corner is the corner of a box that would be drawn around that dome. So for example, we'll reset that. Yeah, you can see the edge of the dome reaches here, but the corner of it doesn't really come out to right here. And that's what I was wanting. I wanted the corner to come all the way out here because I want it to completely close in that floor that we made last time. So the solution to that is take out the shape card, and we're just going to bump it up until it goes to where we want it to go. Let's see. How about we increase the sides by, let's just increase them by a couple for now. 15. And we'll bump this up another couple. It needed to go up a couple anyway. Click that to get it to render. So we're close. We probably need to add a couple more. Maybe a couple more. We'll see. How's the top doing? Needs to go up one more. Alright. Let's adjust it. Dimensions. This will be 10. Let's 116. How come my entire base is under a bunch of cobblestone? Oh, and render. So that's closer than it was. It's on top of this, and that's okay. It's not horrible. It's okay. Yeah. Really want it to come all the way out here, though. And then the top of it is still not high enough. What in the world? You be acting funny, Dome. You would think dimensions would be pretty straightforward, but I guess they're not. And you know, I kind of realized the irony. This builder block can be used as a miner, and we just last episode made our mining mechanic, or 2 episodes ago, I guess. There we go. So now it's taller. I want it to go a little bit taller. I want these to be flat in the surface, and actually they might be. Yeah, let's experiment with that one. They might actually be inside of the top already. Not quite. So we'll expand, we'll push it up one more. I think that'll do it. And it looks like it still needs to go out just a little bit more. Just a hair. I stole one of the capacitors from the mining ship, by the way. And the builder sucked it dry. Of course it did. Of course it did. So, let's see if 18 is the magic number here. We'll go ahead and try to make this 12. See if that screws everything up horribly. Okay, so that's about where we wanted it out here. Good. And that should do it here too. Oh, come on. You're not inside of it? Is it not centered or something? Ought to be centered. Let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Why would you have 8? Why would you be 8 blocks across? That makes no sense. Alrighty, well, it's nighttime. I'm going to do the last little bit of tweaking, but this is pretty much the shape that we're going to use. Yeah, so maybe the fact that I made it an odd number dimension, an even number, maybe the reason it had an off-center thing is because I made it an even number of blocks wide and deep. So how does this look? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Excellent. So that looks about like the dimensions that we want. Let's go grab our hammer. Doing this any other way would be stupid. Anything else would be idiotic. I think, is this our old hammer? It is, right? Yeah, the new one's all busted up. Yeah, using Ardite in the handle of that mining hammer, or maybe it wasn't the handle, I don't remember. Anyway, it did not cause it to repair really quickly when I was mining with it, so I was a little frustrated. And by that I mean I was very frustrated. I really am not sure, maybe it's just because it's a hammer that it didn't work. Sucker. There's a bunch of really hungry wolves around here. Maybe it didn't work just because it was on a hammer. I don't know. But tearing up regular stone with it did not repair it the way that I expected. So, meh. Frustrating. When I get frustrated, I make a villager sound. Meh. Okay. And yeah, we're not going to make this building out of cobblestone, obviously. So I'll probably have to cut here in a second just to go get the glass that we want. But this should get us ready to lay it out. Hammer. And there we go. Looking good. I have too much cobblestone. Wonderful. Okay. Back in a second when we've got the glass to do what we want. Hey, look at me. I'm so proud of me. I'm really proud of me for remembering that easy recipe. Yeah. It would be very normal for me to forget something like that. So anyway, I'm just setting up a little bit easier smelting here. A hopper to push stuff in, and a chest to accept the outputs. No, phone, I'm not talking to you. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do a couple of stacks of sand into glass and get some extra food. Once it's done smelting, right back. While we're waiting on all of that glass to cook up, we actually need to prepare the ground a bit. And on top of that, we're going to need to put down some flooring here. So, yeah. We're not quite ready to run the thing yet, no matter what. So let's go ahead and pull this hill back a little. And we're not going to want to have grass blocks underneath. So we're going to have to do something that does. Pull the hill back. So yeah, all that time I wasted getting the floor just the way I wanted it. Just perfect. Yeah, we're going to have to redo it. We're going to have to redo it to make it look good on a kind of circular pattern. Let's see here. Go ahead and peel this. Make it look a little nicer. There we go. Okay, so let's re-render that. Oh, you too. Wow. Oh yeah, over here. Okay, so I'm going to go get some of our abyssal blocks in stone, and we'll adjust our floor pattern a bit. Okay, so this is going to be a lot easier than it seems. First thing we'll do is we'll just draw an outline all over with abyssal blocks. There we go. Wait. No, there. Yeah, apparently it's not as easy as I think it is. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and do the outline here off camera, and you get the idea. And then once we're done filling in the outline, we'll fill in the rest of the grass. Okay, so we've got the complete outline done. Let's see if our glass is ready. We're going to need our glass. Going to need a chisel. Chisel. There's one. I guess that's the only chisel I have. Stone frame glass. Interesting. Take some of that with us. Take those, and we'll take the fresh cooked stuff. While we're at it, might as well get our tasty baguettes. Okay, so the next question is, what kind of chisel glass do we want to use in this dome? We don't want to use something that has too much border on it, because in a lot of places the textures are not going to be connected at all. Like in this block right here, it's just going to be in the corner by itself. It's not going to connect to anything. So if we use a glass that has a lot of a border around the edge of the block, it's gonna look like a big mess of bordering whenever we look at it. I'd kind of like for it to look more clear. So let's see what options we have. Quite clear glass is an option. Let's take a look. I didn't really mean to chisel all of that. Whoops. It is actually an option though, because it has this nice border to it. One of the reasons I don't use it very much is because when you do have connected textures, it just looks like nothing is there, right? I mean, it is, like it says, quite clear. But the thing is, around the edge it does have this good border. So I think quite clear glass is probably going to be a really good answer for this dome. Really good answer. So how many blocks is it expecting to need? It was showing us earlier. Let's see. Press shift. See if doing this will make it show us. Nope, not really. That's kind of frustrating. But anyway, we're going to use this, so let's go ahead and toss it. Not that. Okay, I'm going to clear that out, and then we'll run it. Okay, here we go. Toss this in. And because I set the builder to only run with a redstone signal, so how far did that get us? Not very? Are you still draining? You're not. Good. So that lets us do these a stack at a time. Quite clear. Yeah. So it looks like a stack is doing maybe a fifth of it. Maybe 1/5. Pretty sure we can do both of these and not finish it up. Okay. So I'm going to guess we need at least 3 more stacks, and maybe even 4. So I will get those cooked up, and we'll finish up here in a second. And there's number 2. Oh yeah. Just checking on our power system. Nothing stuck in here, so there's no seeds sitting around jamming things up. And we have nothing in the canola presses. The fermenting barrels are mostly empty. It looks like this guy's getting preferred each time. So yeah, it looks like this oil generator is not going to be running much longer. So anyway, point being, our generators have started going through all of our oil, so we probably need to figure out a way to increase our canola production pretty soon. Even with that alloy smelter, doing 4 stacks of sand is slow. So I went ahead and set some of these furnaces back up. Yeah. Okay, enough waiting. I've got a bunch of stuff going on here. That feels like enough. Let's just do it. I'm tired of waiting. It's actually kind of late at night here when I'm recording, and I have work tomorrow. I hate being at work sleepy. Got a bunch of stuff I gotta work on. It's gonna require my attention. So, was I just way off? Or wow. Yeah, I was way off. It didn't take nearly as much as I thought it would take. So we'll just say that's a good thing. We'll just pretend like that's totally cool. Alright. We are done with you for now, Mr. Builder. You have your shape card? You do. Take that out. So you know what? I think it's supposed to build one here. I get that feeling. We'll just stick any block at all. Stick this glowstone block here. 1, 2 blocks deep. Okay. Yeah, okay. So see how it has this main line on the edge, and then 2, 2, and then 2, and 2. So here's 2, and this one should also have it right there instead of here. Oh yeah. I derped that a little bit. During the cut, when I was watching glass smelt, I thought that I should make a t-shirt that says Derp Life on it. Especially for myself. Tap, tap. Okay, so we'll do something to make the entrance look a little, at least a little more obvious, so that we know where to go in. But we have our glass dome set up. Next we just have to get the floor done. Okay. So, we're going to have to pull this entire border up. We may not do that right this second, but let's just consider what we're going to do with the parts we have here already. I think probably running a line of abyssal block at each corner, not at each corner, but at each pedestal. That's probably a good way to start. That'll kind of extend the symmetry all the way out. And I was actually thinking I wanted to come back in and probably remove these and lay down some regular abyssal stone. It's really easy when you're decorating something to get carried away and put too much in, when really you should just allow some parts just to be simple. They don't have to stand out. If everything stands out, then nothing stands out, right? So if every single block that you lay down is so interesting, it just, I don't know, it loses the ability to look good as one big whole thing. So what we've got going on in the middle so far is kind of like these plus shapes, and they're radiating out from the center in these 4 lines. So maybe what we do is kind of play off of that. For example, maybe we have them come out to here, and then that's it, and like the rest of it would be just abyssal stone. Let's try it. Let's mock up a corner like that. See what it looks like. So far, Regeneration has done a really good job on this shovel of keeping it repaired. I haven't had to repair it even once yet, even though we used it quite a bit. And that's just because I use it a whole bunch all at once, and then it has a whole bunch of time to regenerate. So far, the hatchet and the shovel, they've been awesome. I love it. Okay, so you know what? That actually looks pretty good, I think. Just like that. Let's do another side here, so we can see what it'll look like on both sides of this sort of shape. And you know what? We could be using the builder's wand a little bit here. Okay, so it would look kind of like this on all 4 ends. And I think that's pretty good. Actually, I think that's pretty good. We'll probably come back in and add some sort of light. So we might end up adding, you know, glowstone right here. Chisel a piece of glowstone and sit it in the floor. And if we do that, we may put a little bit of a border around the glowstone. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think for now, this is going to be pretty good, though. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. That'll get us some lights put down. A little bit more. Just to keep the creepers away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this, and then we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, good stuff. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I have no idea why my pickaxe is occasionally stopping. I know some of them used to, they would interrupt a dig if they regenerated while you were using it. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe not. But next we'll do the door, and that'll just take a second, because we already have the blocks that we're going to use for it and everything. There we go. So, abyssal blocks. Let's do a door frame here. We punched out these 2 pieces of glass that were above this, right here. We'll go ahead and punch out a little bit more. And we'll put down abyssal blocks. And then we'll put a door frame across the top. And I think that'll look alright. It matches the flooring. It doesn't really match the glass, so we'll see. We're probably going to go ahead and add one more level of detail. But I'll come back in here, and actually let's add a little, kind of like a doorstep. And that'll be where we can put our pressure plates and our iron door. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay, for the last level of detail, we're going to come up here and punch out a line of blocks. Like that. And we're going to stick in abyssal blocks. And we'll go ahead and do this in all 4 directions. And that'll give it a kind of look like we've got some blocks in here, almost like a window frame. You know, kind of like something solid something structural to hold up the whole glass thing, instead of looking like just a bunch of glass trying to hold up glass. I don't know if you know this, but glass, not that strong. Glass can carry a certain amount of its own weight, but not a whole building's worth. There we go. And we'll see how this looks in a second. It may just be really awful, but I don't think so. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. No, no. And that's going to be our capacitor at some point. Oh yeah, we've still got this laser going straight in there. We may correct that in a second too. Okay, so let's go grab all of our glass that we waited so patiently for. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of funky. Kind of, could be better. It's not that bad, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll go back and add something else for detail along these edges, like some fence or something. Do we have a abyssal stone fence? Doesn't look like it. Oh, oh. But we can probably do something like this to make it stick out a little more. Not on the doorway, obviously, but. So wherever there's a corner, we will add a little more. And maybe we'll just leave that alone. Yeah. Now let's see how that looks. Is that a little better? Actually, maybe. Maybe. Although it's starting to look less like a glass dome and more like a big black structure. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. That could be a better look for it. I'll have to go back and check how I did that other one. Okay. Did I go all the way to the edge? I did. That seems right. Yeah, that seems right. So we'll need another block over here. Right there. No more running. Too hungry. Okay, and it looks like we've done it. Go ahead and add one there, all the way around. Looks a little more consistent that way. Okay, so let's get some sleep and then see how it looks in the daylight. Burning creatures. Oh, there's a skeleton around here somewhere. All the way up there. Oh, creeper head. Nice. Anyway, how does our building look so far? Not bad. A little better. I don't know. It's not turning out quite as well as I had hoped, but it's better than a box, and it's definitely better than a cobblestone box. And I do like the idea of having glass in it, in the walls, so that we can see the empowerer running. So I think that's all we'll do with it for now. Oh, we don't have a piece of glass there. There. So I think that's pretty good. We'll get a capacitor in the ceiling and get the laser sorted out. But otherwise, I would say this is 99% done. Capacitor and lights. And I won't tinker with it too much anymore. So I think we've already gotten to the point where we need to cut this episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. I will give you one little teaser for next episode. I don't know if you've already noticed or not, but what's this? Huh? It's almost like I dug a space out under the garden. So I'll let you guess what we're going to use that for, and we'll work on that next episode. See you guys.